Hi, we are literally at the stages of a full-scale messianic revelation. If I came to you before the Exodus out of Egypt and said to you, we're about to go into Israel, the Egyptians are about to drown, you'd say, well, I don't know what you're smoking. But the truth is that if you look at the signs, and being here in Sfat, perhaps the holiest mystical city in the world, with many, many holy people, and of course, what the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the greatest saint, and many consider the Mashiach, the Messiah in our generation, says, we see clearly that what is going on in the world today is about to herald in the most amazing, glorious transformation. And mainly, this is a message for the Jews here in Israel, which is, it seems very scary. There's no question about it. Many people in the South have, the horrific, horrendous barbarism, which just reveals who the Arabs are. Of course, there are good Arabs. There are Christian Arabs that have a value system from Christianity. You know, the Judeo-Christian value is one of love and tolerance and peace. Not to say that nobody's made a mistake in the past, but generally speaking, that is what it breeds. But the Islamic value system, sad to say, is one of literally not only a license to kill, but a license to rape. Basically, if we look at the history of the world as a group, Islam has murdered more people than any other group, which is spectacular when you think about how many people the Nazis killed, the communists. No group in human history has killed more than Islam. Because in the eyes of Islam, of what we would call real Islam, the Salafist, the traditional Islamic people, which is 700 million out of 1.4 billion, unless you are actually a card-carrying Sharia member, you are what they actually have a word for you. You're an infidel. You're a kafir. You are a heretic against Islam. So in the eyes of Islam, you're either for Islam or you're against Islam. And if you're against Islam, well, guess what? They want to kill you. It's just that simple. And you could be the most liberal, fantasy-driven person in the world. They want to kill you. We see that right now. Hamas went after and killed liberal Jews, people that probably might even support these evil Arabs more than their own brothers and sisters. So the fact of the matter is that we're in a time now where we're seeing what Jews have seen for thousands of years. Just stupid people that have nothing good in them, and furthermore are led by these Imams and these, that's like a kind of the, if you want to call it the priest in the Islamic religion, which their whole message is just kill the Jew. The people that actually go into Gaza, it's a famous line that these Gazans and really Muslims, radical Muslims, we should not just paint a brush on all Muslims. There are many, many very good and well-intentioned Muslims, and there are some good things in Islam as well. But these people, their line, their motto is first the Saturday people, then the Sunday. They want to kill every single Jew and every single Christian, whether you are practicing or not, they don't care. That's what they want because that's what their leader did. And they think that if they die in the process, they go to heaven. They get to rape 72 wide-eyed virgins, which is like really stupid because I don't think you have a body when you go out of your body, but I'm not sure how that works, but that's not my problem. In totality, the real truth is there's something called Yizbaru V'Yislavnu in the prophecy of Daniel. It was prophesied that before the coming of the Mashiach, there would be clarity of good and evil. And a lot of people on the left are basically living in a fantasy world. It really is very comfortable to live in a world where your enemy is the people to the right of you, the people that have moral standards and a sense of history and a sense of what will be protective for you and the country. And your friend are the people that actually want to kill you because, as Churchill said, and he had a lot of experience with this, because Chamberlain, the then Prime Minister of England, instead of attacking Hitler, waited for him to attack them, which was ridiculous. based on the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler should have never been allowed to arm. And he says an appeaser, Churchill says, an appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile and hopes it will eat him last. It's basically a person that really doesn't have a lot of inner strength and knowledge of how to deal with life. So it's easier to, like in the Helsinki syndrome, basically give in to another person. You don't think that the people on the right are going to hurt you. You think the people on the left. So you think, well, if I give in to them, it's all subconscious. It's not consciously. Subconsciously, they say, well, then I will be safe. But you're not safe because, yeah, unfortunately, hate is not normal, it's not rational, and it's actually this glee in hurting others. So, in the end of the day, we're talking about the end of all of that. We're talking about the beginning of a new world or era where actually this evil will disappear. It will be wiped off the face of the earth, mainly by God, and a new era in which only goodness and kindness and love and truth will ensue. So, we just need to keep on doing good, keep on not looking at the media, not allowing these people to dictate our emotions. We will dictate our emotions. Our emotions will be love, our emotions will be kindness, our emotions will be we are part of the greatest nation that ever existed. We help one another, we give more charity than one another, we contributed scientifically, disproportionate, economically, disproportionate, all things contributed the greatest ideas to the world, morality to the world, and therefore we're proud of ourselves and we will remain proud of ourselves, and this will be our finest hour.